going to look at a 2018 Ford Escape engine changeout. This is my daughter's 2018 Ford Escape. It's got 3,000 miles on it. This is the pull-out engine that we bought from salvage yard. It's got 2,000 miles on it. And we're going to show you the teardown. I promised the folks at Ford customer service that we would highlight all the flaws of the 1.5 EcoBoost engine. We'll talk about the recall on these a little later. All right, here we go. This is a 1.5 EcoBoost Ford engine. This engine's got 3,000 miles on it. Failed due to coolant intrusion. We're going to see what that looks like. Okay, so we've pulled off the top cover. We've pulled off the timing belt cover. Here's our dual overhead cams. So the premise here is that you can take this vehicle in and have the ECU reprogrammed, and that's going to solve the problem, which anybody that knows anything about engines knows that that's not going to solve the problem. This is a mechanical problem. This is a little bit of a mystery. When we get down to the bottom, we're going to see what it really is. I've looked at the forums, and there are lots of suspicious people out there, but not much information. We're going to find out what's really going on. Here's the parts that we removed. We'll keep you updated as we go. All right, so if you're just changing a timing belt, here's the release for the idler. And okay, so we've removed the ignition modules. You can see the spark plugs down there. We're going to take the fuel rail off next. So these are the injectors and the fuel rail. You see they've got a wire to them that causes them to fire. So it was supposed to be the number 3 cylinder in this engine had coolant intrusion. That's the one that had the misfires. So that's what we're going to focus on, is the number 3 cylinder. Okay, so we've got the cam cover off, the overhead cam. We've had to pull out a couple of sensors, and that opens up the bolts to take the head off. So we've got all the covers off, and now we're going to remove the dual overhead cams so that we can get to the cylinder head bolts. And we got a little corrosion here. I assume that this is probably cylinder number 3, but I don't know why I would have corrosion there. So the caps are all numbered and lettered: 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. Okay, so we're removing the timing gears. Got a star in the end of these, not the ideal tool, but the Allen wrench worked. 8mm, and we're ready to lift these out. And so this is what it looks like once you get the cam towers off. We've taken the engine studs out, the engine bolts. They're a T55 star wrench, really torqued in hard. It took a 24-inch cheater to get them out. Okay, so we got the head off, and the number 3 cylinder, which is this one. You can see that it's, if you look real close right here, you can see coolant has been passing, and it's ruined this, scored this cylinder. So these gaskets are super thin. Split gasket, which is a little unusual. Not sure what the purpose is of that. Very narrow sealing channel. When you look cylinder to cylinder, between the cooling jacket, this area right here, super narrow. Don't know how that ever would be intended on sealing long term. If you're able to buy an extended warranty with this vehicle, I certainly would recommend it, because I don't see those holding up. See the back of the gasket? So this really looks like probably the flaw right here. Combination between that and this narrow area here. They're bringing cooling down. That's just not enough surface area to seal. Look at that right there. That's all it seals from there to there. Ridiculous. All right, well, that wraps it up today. Like I said, I promised the guys at Ford, when they failed to pay the claim on this, I promised them I would take a video.